Okay, welcome back to Mr. Turner's art class. So, what do we got planned for you today? I think it would be a good thing to really work on just students' illustration um, ability, their ability to draw, basically, and start working our way toward doing portraits. But before we get to that, most people are going to be intimidated by drawing a whole picture, of a head or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I can't draw, I can't do a portrait." Or something. Yeah, actually you can. But just to prove to you that you can draw, because I know that's what everybody's thinking. It's like, I can't draw, I can't draw. Yeah, you can. I'm going to prove it. You can do something. You need to start off with something simple. And I like to start people off with the human eye. Except you're not going to do a regular human eye because that would be kind of boring. So you're going to do a basic anime eye. You know, and if you can draw an anime eye, you can draw a realistic human eye. So all you're gonna need for this to do this, honestly, a Sharpie of some kind will help. You're gonna need a pen or pencil. I really don't care, but I probably would use a pencil just starting out because if you make subtle mistakes, you can erase it. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in place. Smooth that right there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, and this is not even gonna take long, for this first eye. And all you're gonna have to do is just practice and just make subtle changes to it. Now, I do teach live sessions, and at Captain Johnson Technology Magnet. So what I will do is for the students that actually show up to those live sessions, I will show you how to draw other types of eyes. But this one right here is going to be a very basic, generic anime eye that anybody can do at any age and is just good to do. So, all right, let's start with the basic shape and structure of the eye. So I like to use roughly the basic shapes, and you just have to follow along with me. And yes, I am going to sketch this thing out. So I am going to, for the most part, I always use more or less kind of like a oval, just an oval shape. This is just a regular oval. An oval is a circle that's kind of been stretched out, okay? So, or you can think of it almost like an egg shape. Now, this is the thing. Because this is an eye, start off with this oval, just a regular oval. Just make sure it's wide. And we're going to need it wide enough to actually do an eye. And I am going to slightly add this shape here to it. So you see a line right here and you see a line right here. Okay? Now, that is because I need this to have this particular shape that I'm looking for. And I'm just going to round that off. And if I want to at this point, I'm going to erase that line because I don't need it. Because what I wanted was for this shape here. I kind of want to kind of stretch out a little bit towards this way. Okay? Now, once I have that, I am going to come over here. I'm going to come off this line. Okay? I am going to have to put a really big oval. Okay? Another oval in here. And that oval is going to come all the way down to the bottom just about. And I want it to stretch out to about right here. And the general placement is not going to matter as much. I just want that shape. Okay. I'm going to round this thing off a little bit more. And I'm sketching because if I have to erase the lines, I can't. I can, but like I said, this is going to work. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need some space right here, a little bit of space over in here. It doesn't matter if you do or you don't, but that will look real good. Now, I am going to cut part of this off, like I say about right there. So I don't want those lines right there connected. I am going to make another really big circle. right there. Okay. And if you're asking yourself how big, big. Now, in the eye, this part right here is the color is going to be represent the color part of the eye. So of course, you got your iris, and you would have a pupil. The pupil is going to be right here, except I am going to have it as another oval. So all we're doing is basic shapes, so circles and ovals. So I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. Now, around this pupil, I am going to take a line and I am going to make a crescent looking shape. Make that kind of big. I'm going to make a crescent looking shape coming around this way. I want that to look rounded off. Okay. I know this don't look like much, but it will make sense in just a minute. And I am going to do the exact same thing on the inside. I am going to make another little crescent shape. There to there. From there to there. Now, again, I am kind of doing this from there. So, should have something like that. Okay, now, like I said, this will make a lot more sense once I actually start shading this in. You will see it. Just follow along with me. If you need to slow the video down, definitely do that. I am going to put an eyelash. Okay, matter of fact, let me erase this line right here because I think that'll confuse some people. So I want that to stay clear, and I am going to draw the little eyelash up here. And we're gonna make this eye like a friendly person. There are different ways to do eyes. You can make a person look friendly. You can make a person look aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just do like right there. So do that shape. And right now it probably doesn't still look like much. It looks like a bunch of lines. I'm gonna put a line up here. I'm gonna come up here, way up here, and I'm going to do that. Okay, so we have that, and again, it will make sense in just a minute. Alright, now, once we shade this thing in, you will see. And then I am going to, matter of fact, I am going to come down here. Let me get rid of those extra lines so nobody's confused. And I'm just going to shade the bottom. We'll come up this little line right here to there. And I do want that kind of thin, so let me go back and erase that. Let's make that thin. Alright, so we got a bunch of lines, and you're probably like, oh my god. Like I said, it's not going to make sense until we start shading it. So once I shade it, you will see. So I'm going to start with the easiest part to this, okay, which is going to be the inside. So this eye here, let's do this. So first thing first, let's go around and I am going to trace everything I just did. I'm going to come all the way around. Okay. Now, this is where this gets easy. So all I gotta do is shade this in. And this marker look like it's trying to go out on me. And if it does go out on me, I am going to go over here and get a black crayon and I am going to finish this up because I refuse to redo this video. And I'm still going to make it look good. Just using a crayon because I'm going to use what I got. And that's all you have to do. I mean, you use whatever crayon. Actually, I think I am going to, on second thought, I think I am going to use some colors to this because actually we can make this look a lot better. I was going to have this black and white at first, but okay, the beautiful thing about an anime eye is colors. You know, Japanese are real good about making their characters look all warm and friendly and stuff like that. And a lot of it is because they use really beautiful colors when they shade in their eyes. So, and like I said, this is not hard at all. At all. This is actually super easy. All I've done is just use ovals, honestly, to do this. I'm going to shade this part in up here because this is the pupil of the eye. This is the part of the eye that zooms in and out. So we just want to come around, and then we're going to shade that black. See, it will start looking like an eye once we get all this shaded in. I need the pupil to be good and black, and I'm shading in different directions to try to get rid of that white space, especially since this marker is trying to go out on me. So at this point, you should start seeing it. It should be like, oh my God, it's an eye. You know, your favorite anime, Pokemon, Naruto, you know, just any anime that has characters with the eyes, the bright, colorful eyes. Okay, I'm gonna come up here real quick, and then I'll come back. I'll come back to the iris right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out all the parts that need to be black. So now I'm gonna do these eyebrows right here. Let me shade that in. Like I said, not hard, and you just play around with it, and it doesn't have to look exactly like this. You know, I just want y'all to get the gist of it. The biggest thing that makes anime eyes look like an anime eye is the fact that they use really big highlights. And you're probably like, what's a highlight? Well, if you're in my middle school class, you should know what a highlight is, because we just talked about highlights. That right there, that big circle, that big white looking circle, that, my friends, is a highlight. I'm going to use this pen, see if I can darken that line right there. I'm going to darken that line. I got like a little shadow right here. Let me do that. Put a little bit of shadow right there. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. Okay, so we got a little line right there. Yes, I'm using a pen because I don't want a line that's too thick right there. Let me see. Into there. So right now it's starting to look like an anime eye. I'm gonna go up here and get these eyelashes. Be careful of that, because depending on, now if it's a girl, you're going for a girl eye, you know, don't make those thick, obviously, you know. But if it's a guy, you know, they can be thick and bushy looking. If it's a girl, the thinner the eye is, the better. And I'm gonna have to use this to finish it. So, truthfully, right now, we really do have our eye, but still look kind of boring. So, hold on 1 second. I go get some colors. I'm going to show you how to do something. So, need some of these. So let's see. What kind of colors do we want to, what kind of colors do I want to use for this? Okay, so I think clearly we're gonna make this person look like the eyes are lighting up. So let's do this. How would I do hazel? know it. I know it. I'll take some brown. Let's do a brown eye. But I'm going to do my kind of brown eye. So, alright, so the outside portion of this thing, I am going to shade, and I am going to try to make this a lighter shade of brown. So I'm probably going to end up adding some colors. I do not want to shade in that little section right there. I want that to stay white for right now. So shade around that. I'm going to brighten this up because I'm probably going to have to go right back over this because I want to lighten this brown up. So I am going to probably use another color. I'm probably debating on using orange or yellow. Probably going to have to use some yellow. Let me see. I'm going to use this color here because I want that, yes. So you see what's starting to happen? It's going to lighten that up. So I am going to lighten that up because I don't want that to be too dark. So I'm going around. Now, the part of the eye that has color is called the iris, and obviously I am shading around the pupil. So I want to get rid of the little white space around there. I want the pupil to stay good and dark. The pupil is the part of the eye that zooms in and out. So that's important. That's the pupil right there. And this part right here that I'm shading in is parts of the iris. So that's going to give this eye its color. So I'm going to go back over a little bit of brown. Just a little bit, not a lot, because I don't want this, like I said, I do not want this to be dark. I may even need to lighten it up a little bit more. I'm going to go back and add some orange to it. Because I want more of a hazel, a brownish hazel looking eye. Okay, so I've done that, and now I am going to go back. Let's take some actual yellow. Okay, and I am going to shade parts of the eye and leave some area white. So if you see in this very well with what I'm doing, there you go. It's starting to look like it's lighting up. I'm going to have to go back and there we go. There you go. It should be standing out. So it should kind of make the eye look like it's glowing a little bit. So let me see. We're going to get rid of any stray marks. Let's get rid of all these stray marks that's in the eye right there. We don't need them. And there you go. You have like a stereotypical anime eye. Now the only thing is that to duplicate it on the other side, just reverse what you just got through doing. And I'm gonna tell you now, you're probably not too quick going to be able to have the eye the same. So hypothetically, if you want to be sure like your eye is the same width or whatever, or height and stuff, draw a guideline across the top of that eye. And I usually do it like this to make a guideline. Do one at the bottom, make sure it is coming straight across. Use a ruler or a straight edge or whatever. Okay, and make sure you come across the page, and then you would draw the eye on the inside of these two lines, and you'll have the eye the same height. So you would just measure the width of the eye, and then I don't know, I'm gonna make up a number. Let's say that's 2 inches. Then you would come over here and make sure the width is 2 inches, but the height, you know, the eye, you would just put the eye on the inside of your two guidelines, and you would have that. But there you go, folks. There's your anime eye. Let me see how that looks with the light off. Oop, turn it back on. I think that looks better. So there's your anime eye, folks. I hope that helps. Just have fun doing it, and just, you know, experiment. You know, change up how the eyebrow look. Change up the structure of the eye. You know, add a bigger highlight. You know, you can add another highlight over here. Change up the color of the eye. You know, eyes can be any color: hazel, brown, blue. You know, just experiment and just see what you like. Okay, I hope that helps y'all, you know, with drawing the eye. I hope you see that is really not hard to do. Just try to do the best you can and just have fun, and, you know, and I will see you in class next time. Night.